Hello and welcome everyone. I'm really excited to be here with all of you today. So my name is Sumaiya Sherieff and I'm high school geography teacher in the Apple International School, Dubai. So today's session is all about using technology in geography classrooms, not just to keep up with the trends, but truly transform how students can learn, interact, and think. So just a bit about myself. I have been teaching geography for several years, like 7+ years I'm teaching. And I have realized the students connect is more deeper than interact with the content. So I always go with the classes in the practical strategy, which is like every time when we go to the classroom, I will connect the real life because my it's subjected as geography. So I'll go with the earth and I'll ask them to where location, like how I'll start. And the 10th thing it is, the unique thing I used to tell I always do myself, it is whenever we travel, we used to go and collect some important memories from the particular countries. I always travel. Whenever I travel, I will collect the rocks of the specific country because not every country has the same. So according to climate, the rock schemes differ. So I used to collect, that's my specific thing. As we are the educators and we are the learners too. We are not stop ending teaching or learning. Everything is not just like end. We always are learners. We keep learning with the technology. A lot of technology we can use it. So today's masterclass topics, learning objectives which we can connect with. By the end of the lesson, you will be able to identify the tools used in the geography classroom. We can describe the benefits and the tech integration, analyze the challenges of geography classroom, evaluate which tool are effective to work on it, and we can create a very simple lesson plan for the tech integrated lesson plan. So today's masterclass takeaways. Today's masterclass takeaways are you will walk away with a clear understanding how technology enhances learning, a common roadblocks we all face in the practical ideas which we can apply immediately in your school context. So let's just a quick icebreaker. There is a QR code. The link will be shared in the chat box too. If you are a tech tool used in your geography classroom, what would you be and why? Just answer in the chat box and you can use the chat box and you can respond over there. Anything, any application we have using the different application. Even when you travel, use specific applications for Google Earth or just, route maps or anything. Just you can text over there in the chat box. We can use a lot of technology in the purposefully, which are aligning the goals. And, you can use a lot of GIS, GPS applications to easy to connect with the countries in your classroom. You can work on it. So what is technology integration? Let's just define what we are talking about. Technology integration is just about using the device. It's not just about using the devices. It's using them purposefully, and it means aligning. It means it aligning the digital tools with your lesson goals. So students are learning. Students can learn better, not just being entertained. So there are different application we can use geography through innovation. GIS application we have and multimedia. We all have the mobile applications, and you can use the quizzes. You can make the class very interactive. Uses quizzes.com and GIS, GPS. Many applications are there which make a class through innovation, more innovation. So how can technology can be integrated in geography classrooms? So in geography specifically, this can be very powerful. Imagine letting students explore the Amazon. So if I'm giving any particular topic, or we are giving any particular country or continent, we started using the Google Earth. Okay, so immediately they will go and search Google Earth. So not only it comes with only the Google Earth, there are a lot of information it comes. Maybe the country is connected, maybe the river lines are connected, maybe the mountains were connected. So like how the students also shows more interest on the classes to work on it instead of reading textbook, reading and writing, they will work more than this. What are the features we can use in the geography classroom? There are different features. We all have it. So there are different features which we call about AI tools we have and quizzes we have, Padlet we have, and GIS, GPI, GPS. Mostly we use in the geography classroom it is GIS and Google Earth. So once you give any particular topic, a particular country or the population of a country or population of the continent, immediately they will go to the Google and find out their research about that. They will find out all the details before us. They will give you every details. So it's to make very interactive session when we do in the classrooms. There are different features of geography classroom. We can use it. So here is a Padlet we have, and they'll be using the Mentimeter, which already we use for the quizzes. We can use. I used to use in my classroom many times, and Padlet for the comment. Like if anything you give, they will be giving their view about that. So that's also a very important thing. So before going into that, we have to give the examples. We have to give into the practice to work on it. So I give the one specific topic has one example that is earthquake. So earthquake, if I'm giving earthquake, there are many countries who are affected with the earthquake. It is like, it's a natural disaster. So what I will do with, I will give the one particular country. So you just find out the earthquake, which are the countries been affected. So easily the students will started searching on that. So major thing will be use it as USG, that is United States of Geographical Survey. So they will started watching the video. I again allow them to watch the video through YouTube, how the tectonic plates are moving, and through the Google Earth they can find it out. Then they can write about the comment, write about that. They will find out which are the countries are affected and which are the areas, regions are affected, and what are the specific criteria which we can follow to stop. I mean preparedness to avoid the more deaths. So like how the students start using it. Padlet we can use that how we can prepare before coming earthquake, how we can save ourselves. So they used to comment on that Padlet. At the lessons, when I end with the lessons is quizzes. So the lesson will be very interactive by learning by using the digital literacy in the classroom. So let's start. I just play a video. You just watch the video. How about the GIS, GPS, how they work, their Google Earth map, how they find out. I just play the video. You can watch the video, and in the end of the video, you can give me a comment which one you like the most.
102 countries, 7 continents, 10 million miles of road. In 15 years, Google Street View has circled the planet 400 times.
Here you can see where we've mounted the Street View car onto a 3-wheel tricycle. Here it's been mounted to a snowmobile, one of our earliest trekkers. A trolley through museums, places that we expect there to be a lot of change. We try to drive those areas more frequently. There are other areas of the world where we still have to go back and refresh that imagery again.
Let's walk through 15 years of gadgets and gear to understand the tools Google Street View uses to map the world.
Maps are fundamentally about where things are. Think about a satellite map or even the map that you draw on a napkin for your friend. You're talking about where things are and where they are in relation to your computers. He actually collected the first Street View imagery. He used a camcorder and drove around the streets around the Google office and brought this back for the engineers to play with. And the engineers built a custom prototype camera system that had multiple camera units and multiple laser scanners. The whole thing weighed 500 pounds. The team used this to collect imagery around the Bay Area. The very first version, which had a small 4-megapixel camera, it just took pictures. And we had to figure out exactly where these pictures were taken using a GPS unit that followed along with the car. The idea was, how can we stitch this together into a seamless experience that can let people explore the world? Every route is planned in advance. This is actually important from a privacy perspective. We try to standardize our Google Street View hardware as much as possible, but sometimes there are local quirks that mean we have to introduce something a little bit different. This is our main car that we use in North America, and the mast on top of the car is pretty tall. This is so the camera can see over parked cars that might be on the side of the street. When we first took this car to Japan, we ran into a problem. The streets are very narrow, and oftentimes people put up fences in front of their yard so that their yard won't be visible from the street. And we discovered that the Street View camera was actually seeing over these fences into people's yards. So we came up with a custom rig for the Japan market. And you can see that this car has a much lower mast. Here you can see the camera unit on top with the lenses. Here you can see a GPS unit, and these are our laser scanners. This is the processing unit, and what you see on the back here is a big heat sink because it takes a lot of processing to handle all this imagery, and the unit can get hot. You actually put this on wearing the straps. It's relatively comfortable to wear, but it's not the lightest thing, weighing in at about 35 pounds. You can just walk naturally, and it will automatically snap photos as you're walking down the path. You can be tipping from side to side, and you don't want the pictures to come out blurry. So we use a lot of smart software algorithms. One thing that we tried was putting high-definition cameras that were facing to the sides so we could read small print that was on the storefronts of businesses. Think about opening hours that are on the door of a business that it's really hard to see from the street.
And just comment on it, which part you like the most in the video, because that's very interesting video in this. GIS, it's very nice. It's a very good one. Dynamic map explorations. It's cool. Okay, thank you. Let's go with the next. Hope you achieved identify the different types of educational technology used in geography classroom. So next, second, hello. I just played a video. This video is also like, it's just like 2 minutes video, like 120 years of earthquake, which been combined with one video. So just watch the video and hope you just give me like, your experience with through this. What kind of experience you had with that? From 1960 to till 2019, there are different major earthquakes that occurred. There are minor earthquakes also we have, but specifically the major earthquakes, the people lost, so many areas has been lost, and it took time to recover too. So that's what one video has combined and given. Okay, maximum time when we use in geography classes, there are two applications. One is a GIS, and the other one is a Google Earth. Mostly when we give any make our class very interactive, make my class as very visual reality field trip. So the students, if you give any particular country or particular continent, they started using that Google Earth. So Google Map has been connected with GIS, Geographical Information System, which gives you all the information. For example, if you're giving a population of a country, find out the population, you will refer and you will get it. Population, and not every country has the same amount of population. Not every country has same amount of the climate. It differs from one another. So when you give one particular topic, the students started finding on that Google Earth and just go with the geographical information system. Every informations are updated. So that's how they can identify the disaster. They can identify that what kind of specific features are there, what kind of population is there. It will be combined with physical features and also the political features. That's how we make the class very interactive. Hands-on activity, when we give the hands-on activity, we ask them to trace out the map and find out the countries and trace out the countries, how many countries are there in particular continents, and each countries, what are the climates. Specifically, you can give out 5 countries. They will identify through the visual maps, through the videos, label, they will easily find out, they will rest on. So it is also a very interesting way to continue with 1 hour lesson. So how we can continue with the lesson. So you make them as very active. You can give the quizzes. You can ask them to maximum time. I used to connect with my students. Like I'll give the alphabetical order to find out in the particular country. So they go with it. So that is how the curiosity about the class do we work on that. In the geography classroom, how the classrooms goes on, how the practical way we can work on it. This is also one of a classroom experience in the classroom itself, how they can travel, where they want to travel, and what kind of strategies we can use in the classrooms. That's how it's given. Just watch out the video and give your opinion about it.
Anywhere in the world that you'd want to go, where would you want to go?
I'd like to go to the moon.
Thailand,
Ancient Greece.
India,
to Nigeria, my homeland.
One or maybe all of the 7 wonders of the world. When you explore different places, you have the chance to actually learn something new.
You want to be able to show the kids that there's something outside of your community that you could go to and learn from, and that there's other places you can visit.
All right, so let's do our objective and we'll talk about the lesson for today.
We're gonna take a field trip to Verona, Italy to see the place where Romeo and Juliet lived.
I'm going to take you on this field trip under the water. Okay, you guys ready? Pick up your devices
And look in your cardboard.
What is that?
I see a shark.
It allowed us to go somewhere we wouldn't normally be able to go.
Are we in China?
This is the Great Wall of China.
We got to see the place itself so we could actually understand what she was talking about.
How long would it take to walk the length of the Great Wall of China? So much more enriching than just showing them a picture or just having them read about it.
This device can actually make us go to places that we've never been before.
It brings the lesson to you. You have to see it for yourself to believe it.
There's so much other places to see, so you know that it's never gonna end.
Hope you like this video. It's very informative. And how we can, during the class hours, how we take them to virtual reality, and students make so interesting to attend the classes, and students wants to travel with us, whichever country they want to travel. So that's very good video. So like how in the classrooms, when we use it, it will be very good and very interactive in the classrooms. So there are a lot of benefits through the video we watched it out. There are a lot of benefits. We had the real life applications, visualizing. They had the visualize the track concept and enhance the learners' autonomy, improve their collaboration. They can combine with the students. They can do the group activities, so they can find out the places or anything when we give differentiated instruction also will apply over there. So hope we have achieved or described the key benefits of integrating technology in geography in teaching. So, okay, let's go with a challenge. What is the biggest challenge you face when using technology in the classroom? Just comment on the text box, like whatever you're facing in the classrooms. What is the biggest challenge you face when you're using technology in the classrooms? You can just comment on it, like whenever, whatever situation during the class hours, we have the problems many times. So you can mention the text box and we can go over. Okay, there are a lot of challenges when we face in the classrooms. Not every classroom we have the technical, accessibility. There are a lot of things we face it. So yeah, there is unequal access to the devices and the internet because the majority of the students will be in the class, so we cannot able to assess. So the students, not every students can able to accept that, able to work on it. So there is this technical glitches, or not every students have the devices with them. Okay, so many problems we can assess, we can face in the classes. We have the second option too. If we do not have the technology, then what we work for, how we can do with this, using the textbooks or that, using that, there are traditional method which we follow that we can work on it. So I have given some major technical issues which we use, which every time we face in the classrooms. One is the pedagogical misalignment, limited digital literacy. The limited digital literacy, there will be technical, maybe applications will not work. Maybe that, Wi-Fi will not work. So maybe they don't have devices to access. So there is a lot of problem we all face it. So there is access limitation and technical glitches. So I have a challenge for you based on this. If a school has a limited internet access, but the teacher plan ArcGIS for a geography lesson, so what you will do, how you will manage. The task is given here. You can think about your offline resources, as I said earlier, non-digital activities or pre-prepared materials. If plan A is not working, what about the plan B? You can mention the chat box how you can plan your classroom if we don't have technology. If it is an ArcGIS you're teaching in the geography classroom, if it doesn't work, what would be and how you will manage the class. The AI system can perpetuate biases in trained or flawed data. Yeah, it's very good. It's a very good method we can use in the classroom. What kind of practical way, what kind of creative alternative way which we can use the classroom to manage them? Like, if we don't have data, if we don't have, like, we have limited internet, how we can manage, how we can make the class very interesting. It's very good point. The clear guidelines we can give, what we are going to do, using the atlases or that, any technical thing without the technical way, we can work on it. It's good, very good. Yeah, it's right. Yeah, as we said, bring atlas, map, and play games. It's a very good way to interact with the students. Okay, let's move on to the second. We have achieved the analysis and challenges faced when implementing technology in a geography classroom, even though we don't have the access, even we don't have the limit, we have the limited internet, how we can manage in the classes. So that's how we discuss. How do technology tools like GIS or Google Earth move beyond just visual appeal or to deepen students and geographical understanding and critical thinking? So every time when a geography lesson comes, a geography subject we are teach, there is a two application when we use. One is a Google Earth, the other one is a GIS. GIS, it is a geographical information system which gives all the applications, all the information about the specific country, their population, climate, and also that, weather features, physical to political features, everything has been provided. So when we use the Google Earth, we started, gonna search about a particular country or the person or that any specific region we're going to find out, then it will give you all the information, then easily we can apply it. So the students want to learn more, to know about the physical features, to know about the political features, why the country has the less populated or why the country has the more populated, why the climate is not suitable for this. The students can identify many things in like maybe with the physical features and also the political features, like how the students make very interesting to learn all those things. So it is good for during the class as to 1 hour, one lesson if you take 1 hour, you take or half an hour. It will be very interesting to the way to teach. Now I have the three application mostly when we use the applications. There are three important applications given. Google Earth, RGS, virtual reality feature. So which application we use in the classrooms most? Each application works on the different way. Each application is not been using in that every classrooms. So every applications is not very difficult. The students also not having a habit of using all the applications. There are specific applications we use in the classroom. So I have a question for you, followed by there are three questions. You can use the each tools will work with that. Each application you have three questions. What are the biggest strength of the geography teaching learning in that? Google Earth, RGS, virtual reality filter. And what are the weaknesses and limitations? In what kind of classroom topic has been worked and that, work on it. So just answer in your chat box itself, which application you use, and you can mention that biggest strength and the weaknesses of that. Google Earth, yeah, it's maximum time. I also use that. Oh, many are mentioning the Google Earth. It's good. Actually, everyone we use the Google Earth every time when we want to, virtual reality. It takes you Google Earth takes you to that virtual reality field trip. It's kind of maximum we use the Google Earth. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, right. Google Earth students can learn through Google Earth, explore the continents, countries, and yeah, 3D visual forms. It comes with your virtual reality. It's interesting. Okay, very good responses. Overall, what do you think this tool gives the students best balance of interaction, deep learning? Why and why not? What do you think? You can mention the chat box itself. Obviously, these are the tools which work in deepest learning, best balance of interaction and deepest learning. Why? Because when you give the technology to the students, then the people who doesn't want to read and write, they can use more the visual learnings. So visual learnings, it's an interactive tools which is easily connect, easily work on it. They are very interesting to learn all those digital tools. Before introducing the technology, there will be before the 50 years back, 40 years back, or 10 years back, before the technology, we have two applications. When the people who travel, early people, early man who started traveling, they used to draw the map with the by the hand. That too, they travel through the ship. Okay, wherever they travel, wherever the location they are staying, so they draw in the location the paper. They made a very big history now. So through that, we introduced the Google Earth. We started finding out the Google Map and everything. So that's the one important thing which has been created. It's called as a cartography. The early people who started working on it. Now, the present technology, we have a lot of application in your place when wherever you are, whichever island we are, we can find out easily. So, what is the difference? What's the learning difference you notice? How does this tool change engagement or understanding? You can answer in the chat box. What is the learning difference when you notice? Like, what are the changes? Early traditional method when we taught the students, what kind of differences we have faced, and how does the tool change them to engage or understanding? Yeah, right. The traditional ways are time consuming. That's a very good point. The traditional method of teaching, when we do it, is the students feel very difficult reading the textbooks, reading that, writing on the papers. It's very difficult for them to understand. But when we show the virtual reality through map, the people started following this. People started make very interesting to learn the specific things. So not only geography is included, there are a lot of things are included with this. Students want to learn through the interactive and digital technical tools. Hope we achieve the evaluate technology tools and their effectiveness in the enhancing the teaching and enhancing the learning. Okay, so the fifth LO, we have been going to create the lesson plan. So I have chosen one topic that is an applying technology in the lesson planning solidifies, like I have given a map. So through that, I am using the technical tools which apply over there. So creating technology integrated lesson plan encourages purposeful tool use in the thoughtful pedagogical subject. So I have given a map. There is a data of population. There is a data of climate. There is a data of that weather. There is also data of the population of the male and female, and everything has displayed. The climate change and sea rising level, both the thing has been added. One that we have to set a clear learning goal that the students will investigate the causes and impacts of the rising sea levels using the digital tools. What kind of rising levels we can identify? So what is the digital tools we can use? I used to use that Google Earth, maximum time we all use it. Then IPCC is a portal which you can give you the clear data information. And if anything required that they can use in the Padlet, they can give a comment on that, which when you present, they can use that Canva. So what kind of central activity I'll give? Visual stimulation, which you can experience into the reality and data comparison and also the infographic designs. So they make a poster, they can make a presentation through that, they can make a visual video about that. So that's how we can make the lesson plan. So we have to give the real data also and also the which tools we can use. Historical imaginary before how the climate, how the area was, and then after how the area was. So we need the past history too. And the climate trend charts. There are different variation of a charts every year it differs. The climatic changes or that the area of a forest when it changes, population increases. So due to based on that, that chart also has been differed like how we have to collect the data, we can use the tools accordingly. So I can plan the assessment, action, and the feedback. I'll go with the review from the beginning to end. And there is a group reflection, group presentation, how the students are very interactive, what kind of digital activity they are doing, how they are presenting. So based on that, we will assess them in activity, in the formative assessments. So what kind of integrated lesson plan? Example I can give it is, I can give us the rising waters. In every country, the climate, based on the climate, the water levels can change. So how it works, they can use the sea level via Google Earth. Obviously, Google Earth will works for everything. And they can use the IPCC data as a specific data to collect the local and the global solutions. Like before the 10 years before, how the rising waters can improvise. Then the global solution of the whole wide, how it changes. So they can comment on the Padlet, and in a groups, I can ask them to design infographics. That is, a Canva can be divided into 4 sections. That is cause, impact, case study about that, or one actionable solution. So already there is a problem. What kind of solution will we give? How we can stop this problem? How can stop this SDG things? So I'll give you, I will suggest with the two assessments. One is a formative assessment. Another one is a summative assessment. Formative assessment, I can ongoing observation that throughout the year, what the students are working on. We can give that practical activity, which is PBL, project-based learning, to bring them to work. Every students will work on it. And we can give that the formative assess, like, contribution of Padlet. There is a technical tools which we can use to work a lot for them. So that's how we can calculate group collaboration, how they're using the technology tools, how they interactive in the classes. So throughout the year, we have one specific, applications to work on it. Summative, at the end of the lesson, we can make us a Canva infographic presentation to present that particular topic. Peer rating, what kind of activity they done, how they are presenting on it. So how informative the class was. So we can give according to the feedback. Digital reflection via Flipgrid we can give, or the seesaw method. So voice record or the video or any other application which we can use it. So I have given just 4 simplified questions. The students also, if they done their activity, if they done their presentation, we can ask the 4 type of questions. What is that which tool discover to surprise you the rising sea levels? And what kind of digital tools we can use, like Google Earth, IPCC, Padlet, or Canva. Maximum time we use IPCC on Google Earth. So IPCC will give you a lot of information about the population, climate, and variations of the weather phenomena and everything. Canva, you can make a complete presentation over there. And how did working in a group change the way you thought about the solutions? So there is a problem, it's already in the certain areas. So how they can solve it with. Now there are a lot of people who work on that saving the earth, working on the climate variations, working on that planting a lot of trees. Like there are different aspects on every people, so how they work on it. So every students have their different ideas. So how they will work, what kind of solution they will find out to save the earth. So if I'm giving, if you may do this project again, what would you improve and do differently? So they already done one simplified project or simplified topic presented. So they feel that this is not enough. So they will improvise themselves to work more about the presentations. They can do it on a different basis. How they can implement in classes. Hope you achieve that creating a technology integrated lesson plan. It improves the students' engagement and understanding too. So we concluded with there are different technologies and transforms geography by making a concept and a visual interactive. I think very relatable to us, everyone. So digital tools to help the students up. It comes with the real world data and fostering the critical thinking. They can solve the problem and what debates on the skills. Then integrating technology boosts the engagement of requires careful planning to overcome assess and also usability of the challenges, how the technical, if it is a limited network or there is no device, how we can work in a practical way, in a reality way. And in that, they have been collaborated and we had a creativity according to that, co-create and discuss and they can learn about the geographical knowledge we have learned already. Thoughtful use of technology enhances both teaching and effectiveness and the students learning, preparing learners for connected and the global futures. So our masterclass objectives, we have identify the different types of educational technology used in the geography classroom. And I think describe the key benefits. We have described the key benefits of integrating technology in geography teaching. We analyze that challenges faced when implementing technology in a geographical classroom. And the fourth one, we evaluated different technology tools and their effectiveness in enhancing geographical learning. And the last, we have created a lesson plan incorporating technology to improve students' engagement and understanding. So we can recap the masterclass takeaways. Diverse technology used to enrich learning, and that is like we use the GIS, virtual tools, digital math, help the students to visualize and explore the real world locations, making abstract concept more concrete and exciting. And the second one, it is technology boost engagement and real world connection. Maximum things we connected with the real life connections. What are the global issues, current issues are we are facing it? What kind of physical features are affected? The population is affected due to different disaster, different reasons. We found out making our learning more meaningful than applying the practical way. So the challenges we face, it's required thoughtful planning that maybe the common issues like limited access, lack of teacher training or time constraint need to be recognized early so strategies can put into the places, overcome them effectively. So not all tools will be equally effective. There are specific tools will be effective, will be work on it. So we in geography we use there are two important tools. One is Google Earth, the other one is GIS. Then apart from that, we have quizzes and the make our class very interactive, quizzes, Padlet, like there are different applications, simplified application we can use for the quizzes. So facts, can digital tool like GIS and virtual tools benefit all the geography, not just the tech savvy ones? There's answers. Does using technology in geography always lead a deeper understanding, or can I sometimes distract from the core content? Yes, it depends. So when used well, technology enhances understanding, and but if overused or poorly integrated, it can distract the students with flashy visuals or unnecessary details that pulls focus away from the concepts. So our challenges like assess and training more about school resources, or do they reflect big issues in educational priorities? So yeah, it comes with a both. Limited resources show gaps of funding, or they are reflect how some schools are, or some systems are not prioritized teacher training or teaching tech integration as much as they should for 21st learning. So we have to update ourselves and we have to work according to that Gen Z world. So can virtual exploration through digital maps or tool ever fully replace the value of real world fieldwork? Probably not. Not fully. Virtual tools offering access, amazing access of convenience. But real life, real world field work provides sensory experiences, local connections, and unpredictably, the digital tools can't completely replicate. So it's better for teachers to focus on mastering one or two digital tools well. So to those expose students to as many tools possible, even in only briefly. Not every tools can be effective. Not every tools can be worked with that. There are specific tools, specific subjects it works. So when the students also having a habit of working in specific tools, if we are giving the new tools, it will be very difficult for them to assess and learn. We can add, which has been slowly you can introduce them, and but not every tools on the same basis. Every classes you cannot go with the one tools. That's very difficult for them to learn. So these are the references, which are the references I have gone through. So the Teachers International University, you can find out on the Instagram. There's a page, and you can, if you want to know about more details, you can find out on that this website, Instagram. Thank you. Any questions? Few more minutes, we will wait. If you have any questions, you can drop it in the chat box. Okay, anyways, thank you for the session. Thank you for attending the wonderful session. Thank you so much for your comments. Thank you.